Hi, Ed here from keywordspeopleuse.com, and I've got an exclusive time-limited offer for you. If you book a product demo with Keywords People Use, I'll give you a free 7-day trial of our standard plan, which allows you access to our new content optimization tool. This tool hooks into your Google Search Console data so we can find all the keywords you're ranking for and what pages are ranking. We then crawl your site content and use advanced machine learning techniques like embeddings and cosine similarity to find you content optimization opportunities that will quickly boost your impressions and clicks from Google. This new feature in Keywords People Use is already showing results for people using it. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a 7-day free trial. Just go to keywordspeopleuse.com/demo to book your slot. That's keywordspeopleuse.com/demo. You'll find the link in the show notes of this episode. Hello and welcome to SEO is Not That Hard. I'm your host, Ed Dawson, the founder of the SEO Intelligence Platform, keywordspeopleuse.com, where we help you discover the questions people ask online and then how to optimize your content to build traffic and authority. I've been in SEO and online marketing for over 20 years, and I'm here to share the wealth of knowledge, hints and tips I've amassed over that time. Hello and welcome back to another episode of SEO is Not That Hard. It's me, Ed Dawson, here as usual. And today I'm doing SEO Emergency Questions Part 3. So hopefully you've listened to questions Part 1 and Part 2. If you haven't, just briefly, these are some questions that I'm coming up with that I can ask future podcast guests, which are aiming to get slightly different answers out of people and to be a little bit different from most other SEO podcasts. And so some of these questions might sound a bit weird, but hopefully they're trying to just tease something out of people that you wouldn't get otherwise. And there's sort of a bit of either or questions and things like that, but you'll see, we'll get into it. So first question today, what's the most ridiculous myth about SEO that you wish would just go away already? Now, there's loads and loads of myths in SEO, but the one that probably gets my goat the most is that all you need is links. And it's not that links aren't important. Okay, everybody knows that links are important. But for some people, all they're about is links. And people don't concentrate enough sometimes on the content. You can have the greatest links in the world pointing at a blank page. You're not going to rank for much. Okay. And likewise, you can have the greatest content in the world without any links. Yeah, you've got a chance of ranking. You can actually rank a page with great content that has no links. Will it do better once it starts to accumulate links? Of course it will. Yeah, it will work better and improve as it starts to pick up links. You've got to have the content in the first place. So that's why I think, and always have believed, at least since Google Penguin anyway, my philosophy since then has been very much, you've got to have great content first. And you can do a lot with content without worrying about links. And good content will attract natural links. Great links will not create great content. So one doesn't beget the other in that way around. Links don't create great content, but great content will create links. So that's why personally I prefer to focus on the content more than anything else. And I think that's really is the way forward to getting the best long-term results for your webpage. Question 2 today. So this one's all about links again. What's the weirdest thing you've done in the name of building backlinks? Now, obviously, as I've said, I've always kind of gone for content, for great content for building backlinks. I've not particularly done anything that I would call weird. Probably the one that was most left field for me, most weird for me, was when we did the Brighton SEO sponsorship, which allowed us to put an insert into every delegate's delegate bag. And rather than just being a boring leaflet of hello, we're keywords people use, and this is what we do, we actually did something completely different. As we put in a scratch card with prizes. So, you got to scratch the scratch card, see if you're a winner, and then you have to claim your prize. And obviously, with the scratch card, we made sure everybody was a winner of something, even if it was only a 2-week trial of keywords people use without any payment. That was the minimum win. But there were some really good wins, like year-long pro prizes. We had tickets for future Brighton SEOs, hoodies, things like that, all sorts. So we did actually put some good prizes up there. And it was done twofold. Threefold really. One was just to raise awareness. Second was to get people to register and to part of the claiming your prize process, it registers you for an account on keywords people use, and we've got loads of email addresses that way, all opted in, which is great. And also, I was hoping that it would also mean we get some backlinks where people talked about it, and people who saw us that awareness for the first time would then go and link to us. So in a way, it was a kind of like a PR piece aimed at getting users and links and things like that. So for me, that's the most left field, sort of weirdest thing, because it costs quite a bit of money, a few £1,000s to do that. And it was a big gamble because I had no idea whether it would work or not. So for me, that was weird and very out of my comfort zone to do. If you want the true example of who does the very weirdest things in the name of building backlinks, I would look at Mark Roth, who is the kind of like the uber genius of doing this. He's done things like he flew from Barcelona back to the UK just to get a Nando's at Gatwick Airport, and then flew back immediately to Spain. And that got in the newspapers, got in the Sun newspaper and lots of other newspapers in the UK. He got loads of links. He's put himself on a billboard, a big advertising billboard, looking for people to date him. Basically, would you date this man? And with a link on it, and that got loads of press and loads of links. So he's done loads and loads of really weird stuff in the name of getting backlinks. So if you want to see lots of examples of how weird stuff will work, yeah, go and follow him. Question 3 today, emergency question number 3. If you had to give up one forever, would you stop using keyword research tools or analytics tools? Now, okay, you might think I'd say, I'll give up analytics tool, being as we've got there's a big part of keywords people use is the keyword research tools part of it. But I'm actually going to say no, I wouldn't give up keyword research tool. Sorry, I wouldn't give up analytics. I would give up keyword research tools. And that's because for many, many, many years, I didn't use keyword research tools and still managed to do incredibly well, build sites to, millions of users per year, sold sites for big, chunks of cash. I've done all that without using keyword research tools. I've only gotten into keyword research tools when I was building keywords people use to answer the question part of my philosophy, okay? Before all that time, I never bothered with keyword research tools because of the issues I've spoken about a lot on this podcast, which I won't go over again what the issues are with them. But analytics you need, because without analytics, you're flying blind. If you don't know what pages on your site are getting traffic and from where, then you really have no idea on what's working and what's not. Keyword research tools only go so far. They only give you so many clues into what people are searching for. If you're writing good content and building a good site that makes sense and is answering people's questions, even if you're having to think of those questions yourself. So I'm saying if you can't use keywords people use for questions anymore, you're still going to do better than not having analytics, because without analytics, you do not know what content is performing well and what is performing poorly and what needs working on. So with that, I think I would count our content optimization tool and keywords people use as it's more analytics than it is keywords, because the analytics side of it, where your traffic is coming from, which pages are getting traffic, which pages are getting impressions, which pages are getting clicks, that is analytics. And analyzing the page, has the page matching keywords? Because those keywords, when they're coming through Google Search Console, that's not keyword research, that's keyword analytics, because your people are searching for those keywords now. It's not just a guess. It's not just a keyword research tool telling you what's what. This is the analytics that your site is driving, which is completely different. So when you're driving content in a certain topic area from your analytics, that's when you can go through and improve on it. So I would definitely say in this case, ditch keyword research tools. We'll just have analytics tools if we had to give up one forever. And I know who's going to do better, and it's going to be the people who've got good analytics rather than good keywords research tools. Okay, so on to emergency question number 4 for the day. If you could time travel, would you go back to fix an SEO mistake or forward to see future algorithms? Now, this is a really interesting question because it's a case of what's going to give you the best opportunity. Because really one is going back and thinking, well, if I'd just not got that wrong in the past, if I could fix that mistake, would I be better off now? Or knowing something that's going to happen in the future, could I prepare for it better? And thinking about it, I think I'd go back and fix a mistake. And the mistake I go back and fix will be Penguin, because we got, as I've mentioned many times, we got really badly hit at broadband.co.uk by Penguin because we were doing lots of dodgy link buying and spamming and all sorts, okay, which, quite rightly, back then we got slammed for, okay. And it took a long time to recover, probably a couple of years or more to fully recover. And when we did recover, we did so well, so much better than we were doing before we were buying the links. So it was a case of actually, if I could go back and say to myself, don't buy those links, don't do that, don't do this, concentrate on the content instead, then A, we never would have got hit by Penguin. B, we would have probably grown our traffic much better in the time preceding Penguin. And then once Penguin hit everyone else, we would have flown even higher. And we would have made, probably a hell of a lot more money. So I would choose that because I know what and why. Because going forward, my initial instinct was probably to go forward and see a future algorithm update. But imagine a few years ago, someone gave you the option to go forward and you saw the helpful content update and you knew that was going to come. But like right now, does anybody know, even now, how to fix that helpful content update? It could be an update like that where there is you have no idea how to fix it. You have no real, even Google themselves have no real idea how to fix it, judging by the reports of people that have actually had interactions with them and were invited on those away days to go and talk to the Google search teams and stuff. So I think my fear will be very much going forward, I could just see something that A, I could do nothing about, and B, even knowing how it was going to hit would not necessarily have any clue how to fix or prepare for it coming up. Whereas I know I could go back and say, I'll go back and fix all the issues that led us to having Penguin, and I know I would be in a much better situation now. So yeah, definitely I would go back and fix a problem rather than going forward and potentially just giving myself nightmares that I don't want to think about. Okay, that's it for emergency questions today. If you would like to be a guest on the podcast and answer some of these emergency questions in a future episode, then please just get in touch. I'm building a list of people who'd like to be on. And yeah, it'd be really great to hear from people who want to be on. And that's it for today. So until next time, please keep optimizing, stay curious, and remember, SEO is not that hard when you understand the basics. Thanks for listening. It means a lot to me. This is where I get to remind you where you can connect with me and my SEO tools and services. You can find links to all the links I mentioned here in the show notes. Just remember, with all these places where I use my name, the Ed is spelled with 2 Ds. You can find me on LinkedIn and Blue Sky. Just search for Ed Dawson on both. You can record a voice question to get answered on the podcast. The link is in the show notes. You can try our SEO Intelligence Platform, Keywords People Use, at keywordspeopleuse.com, where we can help you discover the questions and keywords people are asking online, cluster those questions and keywords into related groups so you know what content you need to build topical authority, and finally, connect your Google Search Console account for your sites so we can crawl and understand your actual content, find what keywords you rank for, and then help you optimize and continually refine your content with targeted, personalized advice to keep your traffic growing. If you're interested in learning more about me personally or looking for dedicated consulting advice, then visit www.eddawson.com. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode of SEO is Not That Hard.